Good day. Welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be talking about the basics of HTML. Your friends were not able to make it up to this point. You have made it, and we say congratulations on your new achievement. Let's tackle HTML basics. I'm Asante Patrick Romodo, and I am still your facilitator. In this lesson, we will just try to understand what HTML in its real form means. HTML in its real form is what it means. So let's begin. So let me use this. Let me use this color. HTML. In HTML, our H stands for hyper. Our T stands for text. Our M is markup. Our L is language. Our L is language. I hope with these terms we are already abreast with it. That's text and language. But what is hyper and what is markup? You get it? What is hyper or what is hypertext? Combining these two. And what is what? Markup. If we do understand this, then we would definitely understand what HTML is all about. Then also we will understand what HTML is all about. Okay, so let's go a bit further now. Hyper, in its layman's term, means what? Above. That also. Then we have text. So if we combine hypertext, we can say it is what? Above text. Above text. So what is text? Text is anything that you take your pen and paper and you write. And also, it can be letter, it can be numbers, it can be whatsoever be it. You get it? So hypertext is something above these ones that you normally write. But let's take the technical definition for hypertext. Maybe I wouldn't be able to be writing them here, but as I say them, you will have to take key note of them. Hypertext is a term that was coined by a man called Ted Nelson. So hypertext, let me write to you here. Hypertext, was given by Ted Nelson in 1965. Okay, in 1965. So he brought the term hypertext, and this is how we define it. Hypertext is a text which is not restrained to be linear. If we say something is linear, what does it mean? It means the thing is horizontal. You get it? Basically, it means the thing is horizontal. So a text which is not restrained or constrained to be linear is a hypertext. So when you come to your computer-based text, you can see that you have a text that's vertical, whatsoever be it, whatever shape that you want the text to take, you will be able to do that. You get it? And that's why we call it a hypertext. It is above the normal text that we used to have. You get it? It's above the normal text that we used to have. Another definition for this is a hypertext means machine readable text. You get it? Machine readable text. You get it? What we just write down cannot be read by the machines, by our computers and other stuff. So any text that can be read and understood by our computer is called what? A hypertext. A hypertext. Let me see if I would be able to get you another fine definition for this. Another fine definition for this. So we have hypertext, machine readable text. Okay, then we have a hypertext, which is a text which is not constrained to be linear. You get it? And a hypertext may contain links to other texts. A hypertext may contain links to other texts. For instance, if I take a reading book, for instance, and I'm reading it, I wouldn't be able to click inside some of the text inside of the book and it would take me to another page of the book. No, but with hypertext I would be able to do that. With hypertext I would be able to what? Do that. Then also with hypertext I would be able to do that. So these are some of the basic definitions for hypertext that you have to take key note of. Then let's take another term that's worthy of discussion. Something we call the hypermedia. Hypermedia is a term used for hypertext which is not constrained to be text, okay? Which is not constrained to be text. I hope you are taking key note of this. Hypermedia. Hypermedia is a term used for hypertext which is not constrained to be a text. So in this case, it can be graphics, videos, sound, etc. You can keep on naming it. You get it? So hypermedia can be a video, it can be a sound, it can be graphics or something of that sort. It is not solely what? A text. You get it? That's hypermedia. Then our next term that is worthy of discussion. Our next term worthy of discussion is what we call the markup. Markup. Let me clean this first. Okay. Markup. Okay. To mark up something, what does it mean when it comes to this? Say markup, the first definition we have, the technical definition. Markup is what the HTML tags do to the text inside of them. The HTML tags that we'll be tackling, the HTML elements that we'll be tackling later on, what they do to the text inside of them or whatsoever is inside of them is what we call the markup. It means it has marked up those parts of the entire document. You get it? It has given it a special feature of either becoming italics or bolding, or it is specifying that text to be what? A heading or something of that sort. They mark it up as a specific type of text, as I said earlier. So markup is what the HTML tags or elements do to the text inside of them. It can be text, it can be videos, it can be sounds, it can be graphics, whatsoever be it. And they mark these texts up as a specific type of the text. So as I said, it can be boldface or italicized. You get it? Boldface or italicized. Then let's take another definition for this. Markup tells Markup tells web browsers how to display a web page's words and images and other stuff. You can continue on the list. Okay. Markup tells the web browsers how to display a web page's text, okay, or words or images. Nice one. Then let's take it a bit further. Another definition is a markup refers to the sequence of characters or other symbols that you insert at certain places in a text or word processing file to indicate how the file should look like when it is printed or displayed. I like this definition. Markup refers to the sequence of characters or other symbols that you insert at certain places in a text or word processing file to indicate how the file should look like when it is printed or displayed. So that's hypertext. That's markup for you. That's markup for you. That's markup for you. Okay, so now we understand hypertext, HTML. So we understand the HT part of it. Hypertext, we know what a hypertext is. We know what markup means. You get it? Then why is it that HTML is referred to as what? A markup language. You get it? A markup language. HTML is referred to as a markup language because it is a language that allows users to organize, one, to improve, two, the appearance of, and link text with data on the internet. Let me take it again. HTML is referred to as a markup language because it is a language that allows users to organize, improve the appearance of, and link text with data on the internet. So that's why we call HTML as what? A markup language. Then what is this HTML? HTML is a markup language that helps you, the user, defines the structure of your content or your document or whatsoever be it. It helps you to define the structure of your document. It helps you to define the structure of your document. So that's basically what HTML is about. We now understand what the hypertext means, what markup means, why HTML is referred to as what? A markup language, and what HTML is. HTML is all about the structure of your content. So you will decide to have a heading, a body part, a footer part, a subscription, whatsoever be it, as in letter, you get it. So these are some of the basic things that HTML will help you achieve at the end of the day. Okay, so we'll end here, and in our next video we'll just talk about HTML elements. HTML elements, these are what we use for the term markup. Don't you forget, for the term markup, okay, for this term. So HTML elements are the main reasons and tools that we use to mark up our content. You get it? So in the next video we'll be tackling that and tackling it into details. So for now, stay blessed. I'm Asante Patrick Romado, and I'm still your facilitator. Welcome to a great height. There you go. Bye bye.